We're back with Whitney Crane with Cone Health talking about staying healthy during the holidays. So people may be traveling during the holidays. You may be traveling during the holidays. What measures should we take if we know we're traveling for the holidays and we get sick?
So first and most important, particularly for individuals that have chronic health issues, please make sure that you have plenty of your medication when traveling. I know sometimes we can spill them or accidentally run out, and that can be challenging, particularly when certain offices maybe have different hours for the holidays or even pharmacies to try and fill them. So being proactive, trying to make sure you don't run out of blood pressure or insulin medications would be my first and most important. Also, as far as being proactive, my husband makes fun of me all the time, but I always take a thermometer with me because I like to know, um, is my child actually sick? Are they just playing with me? And taking certain things that you know will be helpful. So, for instance, with my two young ones, I take nasal spray everywhere because, as we know, those respiratory symptoms usually start with runny nose, nasal congestion, sneezing, and sometimes to get rid of it before it starts causing other problems is extremely important.
Gotcha. So being prepared and taking some things along that you know already help when they're not feeling real great. All right. So, but what about if you actually get sick when you're traveling? What should you do if you get sick while you're traveling? What are your options for seeing a doctor when you're so far away from home?
Yes, of course, if you are visiting North Carolina from a different state, like I said earlier, there are options for virtual care and urgent care in which we can certainly provide you with treatment options or screening. A lot of times people are having COVID tests already at home if they're concerned that that is maybe what's going on. If you have a positive test, there's no need to leave your home. You can call through the virtual health and tell us about the positive. We can discuss your treatment options that way. Not only is it safer for other people that maybe aren't sick, but it's more convenient for the patient, and you don't have to leave the comfort of your own home.
You know, at the beginning of all of this, we were talking about ways to help prevent getting sick. Are there additional things that we can do to boost our immunity?
So there are, first and foremost, and this is more of just a general prevention, not even for respiratory illness, is staying healthy throughout the year by trying to exercise, get plenty of sleep, water, water, water. I tell my patients that all the time. For those that are still concerned, however, this has actually been well proven. It's called quercetin. Quercetin is an antioxidant, it's an antiviral, it has immune boosting properties. And this actual example that I showed also has zinc. Zinc has been well proven as well to be very, very helpful. And when taken together, they have synergistic effects, meaning one helps the other, one boosts the effects, and the other helps with the absorption.
Are there foods as well that we should be eating or things like that to help boost our immunity?
Sure, absolutely. So some of the natural ways that you can get quercetin, believe it or not, that's a flavonoid, is found in your dark leafy greens, spinach, kale. Vitamin C is also found naturally in foods such as bell peppers, strawberries, most citrus foods such as orange juice. These are excellent ways. And to be honest, usually our body accepts and digests and absorbs those natural ones better than, say, a multivitamin or a supplement. So eating a well-rounded, healthy diet, as I say, eating the rainbow is the preferred and best way to try and stay healthy.
All right, so she gave us some foods and she gave us a supplement to think about. Now, here's the question I want to ask. Are there any myths about immune boosters that you'd want to set straight?
So, of course, everyone knows about vitamin C and elderberry. And what I've heard or what patients have asked me in the past is, what if I take this, all year? What if I take this during cough, cold season? Will I be prevented? And the answer actually is no. There's no proof that taking it prophylactically or before you're sick will prevent a cold. There is some evidence, however, that taking elderberry and vitamin C when you're sick can help shorten the course.
Okay, so we're going to just kind of like summarize things one more time because I want to get back to prevention because that's what she just said. I know you wanted to get back to prevention one more time before we left this conversation, just about what we can do to prevent getting sick this holiday.
Yes, like we said before, prevention is key for um, getting sick with that hand washing. That is key point, covering our cough, covering our sneeze. If you do have chronic health conditions, of course, wearing a mask when you're out. Unfortunately, you can't tell a 1-year-old to cover his cough or his sneeze. It happens. So knowing that you're exposed when outside of the house, taking those key preventative measures is very important.
Okay, and so we're wrapping things up. Any final thoughts on getting care during the holidays?
Yeah, the most important is, like I said, if you do have flu or COVID symptoms, remembering that you actually do not need to leave your home. You can submit an e-visit, you can do a virtual care option. If you do a e-visit after 8 p.m., they usually will respond the following day. But again, it is extremely convenient. I personally have used it when I've not wanted to leave the home and wanted to stay snuggled up on the couch.
Great. Thank you so much for your time and your expertise. If you missed any of this, this will be in the To Your Well-Being section of our website.